Please read.
Here's the full read back on the mulch and soil audit. First, I owe you a correction. Earlier, I told you the ticket numbers didn't match. That invoice 1929567.
Hey guys, so we are coming to you live tonight. I did not do the virtual background because I feel like last time we did the virtual background, it looked like we were in outer space. Got Disney husband sitting over here to the side. Why are you shaking your head at me?
I wasn't.
You were.
I was not at you. I was looking
You
away from you
are
when I was shaking my
fibbing.
head.
You're fibbing. So we wanted to come to you tonight with a couple different things. This past Saturday, when we went live, we had some questions about character meet and greets. So I wanted to share a little bit of information on that. So that'll be one thing that we cover tonight. It was really interesting because we did get a lot of different comments on things to do. Somebody wanted to go see the koi pond, which was very interesting. They found that very relaxing. We also took a trip. I have not had time to edit the footage yet, maybe tomorrow. But we discovered probably what, about a year ago? Year and a half ago?
We have lived in this house for over 3 years, going on 4 years, so it was before that.
So it's been a while. Where Walt Disney's grandfather was buried, which is very close to where we used to go out and four wheel. I don't know what you call it. Can't call it mudding. Um, so
Sandon.
we went sanding. So we went there and did some footage on that. Very interesting because it's now like a ghost village. It's gone. It was a little town called Kismet that has since expired and left long, long time ago. But just to prove to you that Disney's roots run very deep in the Florida area. And I think he got a lot of his creativity ideas, maybe is what I want to say, from maybe spending time out there when he was younger. So it's just very interesting. I will hopefully get that out tomorrow. Um, but did also want to touch base on, and my mind is going blank. I'm having a bad night, y'all. Um, yeah, it's not there at all, at all. You got anything you want to say?
I feel you, girl.
You feel me? So I know we just discovered with the character meet and greets, there is one that is over, I guess, right by the Figment ride, I'm going to say, because we watched the Disney and Pixar shorts this time when we were over there, which was really
It
cute.
was really nice, really
It
good.
was really cute. He went live with it. So that was last Saturday. But then in addition to that, we did try to record it. But what happened is you'll see the movie on the screen, but they took the sound off because I guess it was copyrighted. So we won't have that part. But I did think it was really cute.
Things gonna stop this.
But I thought that was very, very interesting. To see sort of like how maybe Disney and Pixar could merge. I would like to find out how they sort of collaborated on that. It was very interesting. But something I did want to touch base on is just these I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a long, long week, and it's only what, Wednesday? Character meet and greets. So if you're looking at Epcot, some of the places you're going to find those meet and greets are a lot of times Mickey and Minnie or Goofy will be like at the Communicore Hall, if you know where I'm talking about. So like where Goofy's Goof Off is, where they do a lot of that like Mexican Latino music right there, and they have the lights going and people get out there dancing. I have seen Mickey. I have seen Goofy. I don't know if I've ever seen Minnie over there, and I know I've seen Daisy, but in that area, that's one place you're going to find them. And usually they're there from like 10 to 6. So you can look for them there. Just found out recently if you ride the Figment ride, after you get off the Figment ride, there's a meet and greet with Figment, and you can do a photo pass there. And I have personally seen this one, but there are no times listed. Star Lord, a lot of times, will be roaming around Guardians of the Galaxy. I know a lot of times when we have seen him is when we do early entry when we're staying at the resorts. So that's something else. But it really just depends because in addition to that, as you go through the World Showcase, every showcase has a princess or like Winnie the Pooh. So there's going to be times listed depending on the days where you can look up to see like a princess meet and greet. Like I know in Norway it's Elsa. I know in the UK it's Winnie the Pooh. And a lot of times, in addition to Winnie the Pooh, they'll have like rabbit or owl or things like that. So, what I would say is if you're looking for those meet and greets, make sure you check the app because under character experiences, they're going to tell you what's going to be there for that day. Now, Magic Kingdom is going to be a little different. So you can meet Magician Mickey at the Town Square Theater. Now, what I will tell you, we thought it was going to be something really cool when we did it, and it was. So he was a magician. It was
Yeah.
like really fast,
Time disappeared and we'll never get it back.
really, really fast. Cinderella or some of the other princesses, things I have seen is I've seen the stepsisters. They are usually around behind the back of Cinderella Castle throughout the day, usually probably like 10 to 12. So that's when you'll want to look for that. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, you're going to find them all the time over near Winnie the Pooh's ride. They're usually out quite frequently over there. I have never seen Peter Pan out, but I have seen postings about Peter Pan being out like in Fantasyland.
He was on the floats going round and round.
Well, not on the, no, like to meet and greet him, like to say hello. I've never seen him out in Magic.
I have never ever seen him in person.
I have not. As far as Hollywood Studios, I have not, minus really the only characters I have seen at Hollywood Studios are on the outside, usually when you're walking in. No, I'm confusing that with Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom has Chip and Dale on the outside a lot of times. And then inside Animal Kingdom, I've seen the bird. And I've also seen the kid from Up. He greets people. He walks around and greets people. I haven't seen a lot of other characters at.
They say that he was an actual angel.
I remember you telling me that.
And that the older gentleman passed away, and he was trying to get his wings. The little boy was. So he was leading him to heaven.
Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So, Mickey and Minnie, we went on this mission last week when we were trying to get the meet and greet for somebody, and I think I totally screwed up because it says that Mickey and Minnie are at Red Carpet Dreams. However, I thought that was the Chinese theater. So I need to find out where Red Carpet Dreams is because I don't know.
Club 33.
If you go near the Pixar Plaza, you can actually meet the Incredibles. There's are certain times you can meet the Incredibles as well. A lot of times, Woody, Jesse, or Buzz are going to make appearances over at Toy Story Land, and I know I have seen Jesse over there before. I've seen Buzz as well. Buzz has been doing meet and greets over there. Darth Vader, most definitely. He's going to be near that Star Wars launch bay. My son actually has PhotoPass pictures with him.
But that was only a special time that he was at.
He does it all the time, back and forth. It's posted.
Are you sure, Darth Vader? Because I noticed that was the first time he.
Well, but with any of them, what I'm going to tell you to do is check the website. But I'm just giving you some examples. So I would recommend that as well. That's just some of the character meet and greets, but at least it's some of it. But what I would do is maybe even look at it from a standpoint of if you're planning your days for the parks, maybe look it up on your My Disney Experience app beforehand, and it's going to tell you like these times for this one. Let's see what it might tell me for tomorrow, just so I can give you guys an example. And again, I'm going to brag on my Disney all the time because, you know, it's like the best thing ever. So if you're in my Disney app and you go to your little like plus sign up here at the top, it has characters and it's going to show you a list. So like right now it shows Mickey Mouse, of course, for Magic Kingdom. And he's going to be available to meet people till 10:30 tonight. So you just have to sort of be on the lookout. If you switch it to say Epcot, now we pretty much know Epcot's closed, right? So we're not going to see anybody there. Hollywood, what it's going to tell you here is like Daisy Duck. There's different times. So she actually has appearances tonight, believe it or not, because I think think they're staying open late tonight. Daisy's going to be there at 10 and 11 tonight. So that just sort of gives you an idea that you can check the app just to sort of see. And then, of course, any kind of character dining that you do, the characters are going to be there just depending on what place you choose to go. So I think that was a really, really good question. Something I wanted to find out, and I was hoping to do it before we went live, and I have not had time this week. The life of being a corporate girly who's a manager and trying to juggle a million different things, it doesn't always work like you want it to. Because of the interest in the koi pond, I wanted to sort of find out like what the significance of the koi pond in Japan was. And it might just be because koi ponds are in Japan. But usually with Disney, there's always some kind of mystery or fact behind it. There's a reason. And that's what I wanted to find out. So let's see. Let's rely on my trusty AI. If it tells me there's any history, it might not. So it's been there since it officially opened in 1982. So they wanted to make it culturally authentic. So in Japanese culture, I did not know this, but koi are associated with good qualities such as perseverance, strength, and good fortune. So that's very interesting. So another cool layer to this and the garden that surrounds it is there is a horticulturist, and I'm going to butcher names because that is what I do. Sajoi Kanoko. He has worked at Epcot since its opening year, and he has spent decades to bring the authentic Japanese experience to this. And that's what we talk about. When you start diving into these countries in the World Showcase, Disney didn't just say, okay, let's make it look that way. They hire people from the areas to make it very authentic. So it's just such a cool, like, I really thought in the beginning when we started this that I was going to hate Epcot. I'm not going to lie. The more we go, the more I really love it. It's never going to be my favorite park. It won't. But it is very interesting. And I know my husband said it the other day, it's the learning aspect to it. It's very interesting just to dig in and find out the why. So I think that's really, really cool. So just make sure, because a lot of times if you don't know that the koi pond is there, you're going to walk right past it. It's not like you can see it just from walking down the path. But if you walk to the koi pond and then you walk up the hill, you're going to find a really cool place called Kasutra Grill. Absolutely amazing food. Right, Disney husband?
Don't be so coy.
Oh my God. Disney husband dad jokes. Brought to you by Disney Days and Campfire Nights. Oh my God. I'm Looney Tunes, right? So we talked about the koi pond and we talked about the character experiences. So now we're going to talk a little bit about what our little road adventure was today. Or no, yesterday, right? Yesterday. See, I told y'all I'm tired. It's been a very, very, very long week. So we discovered this, okay, now maybe I'm going to say 5 years ago. Might have been 6 years ago. Because we have been in our house for a while. One of our friends, Lamar, we were going to go to, it's in the Ocala National Forest. And we were going to take our Land Cruiser, I think at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his truck. And we used to go out there and just for fun, we would, like I said, I don't know what you call it in Florida. I have no idea. Four-wheeling is what we called it where I was from. And maybe it can still be four-wheeling. It definitely can't be mudding. Red dirt, I don't know. But he wanted to show us this graveyard that was there. Now, he had no idea who was buried there. It was just something he had actually lived in the area years ago. And it's really cool because there are grave sites there from the 1800s. It was like a whole town back in there. Like I said, ghost town gone. Like I was reading about it yesterday. And so when the freeze come through on the citrus, it sort of killed out what was called kismet, gone. And Florida thrived very much on a citrus industry. But that is where Walt Disney's grandparents lived. His parents were actually born there. His
brother was born in Daytona.
Yeah.
Herbert.
So Walt Disney's dad married the neighbor's daughter, and that's how the names come about. But it was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to read the backstory behind it. But I'm going to let my husband talk a little bit about how you delve deeper when you start seeing things and you start looking at the grave and you start seeing things like the Masonic symbols.
You just lost people right there. They shut the door on you.
They might have, but you might not have because you might like the mysteries like me because I've always been intrigued with things that I'm not supposed to know. Don't tell me something's supposed to be a super secret organization because I want to find out all about it. And so ever since I learned about Club 33, and not a lot of people, I feel like people that have been going to Disney for years don't even know about Club 33. Like our friend, his best friend, who started this horrible, horrible obsession of mine. Thanks, Rob. I don't think he even knew about 33, did he? Like it wasn't like he was
He
really
thought I was talking about
he
D.
thought he thought we were talking about D23. So take it away, Disney husband.
Well, when we were going four wheeling up in National Forest, there's many different cemeteries up there. But this particular one, Lamar was showing it to us, and something caught my eye. Yeah, it was a big tombstone, white. It almost put you in mind of the tree on Lord of the Rings at the very end. And what really caught my eye on it was just how massive and tall it was. I went over and looking at it, and I saw the square and compass Mason symbol. And, of course, that was intriguing. And I kept looking at it. At the time, there was a statue of Mickey Mouse right beside of it. And I started reading it. And the little plaque down there was um, talking about Walt Disney. That was his grandfather. And it was really really interesting. We was not involved with Disney at all, and so I was looking at this as more of a Masonic um quest. So I dove in it, looking for more answers and so forth. Which, if I'm not mistaken, he was a postmaster right there for many years, right?
Yes, he was the postmaster for like 30 years. And when he died, his wife actually succeeded him and took over as postmaster
And he was also the principal at.
at Eustis High School.
Okay, so I started digging into the town and everything. So after the railroad ended, going up through there, they had a big hotel that they tore down and moved down towards Umatilla, south of Umatilla, um, which that opened up more questions. Um, I'm a 32nd degree Master Mason, free and accepted Mason, and I'm wondering if the old post office that he used to be a postmaster is our Masonic Lodge, because it used to be the old post office there. I found this out yesterday. Or, yeah, yesterday. Anyway, he just reading up on him, his family, his dad. It got me kind of interested in uh, Walt Disney. I know that we tried to get Disney involved in cleaning up the uh, cemetery because it's really overgrown. People don't come up there and take care of it anymore, um, and they might have done it for a while. I know we volunteered to go up there and clean up, but it's overgrown now. Uh, but just amazing the small history right around here of one of the biggest, strongest companies, well, almost in the world.
Yeah.
And the roots are right here.
It's crazy to think that. And I'm sorry, I was answering. I know Everett was on here, and I don't know if he still is. I had some answers for him about something else he had asked me from the week before. But did you talk about where the Masonic Lodge is, the old post office?
Yes.
Okay. So it's just very interesting because if you ever are here at Disney and you want to take a little road trip, I would take the road trip. It's beautiful country. What I will say is it is a privately owned campground. You can search it up publicly. You'll find it really, really quick. Um, but it is privately owned, so be warned.
You said privately owned campground?
I'm sorry.
Is this like the Hotel California?
It is. It is. You can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. But no, graveyard. But it is like an old family graveyard. So, just be prepared. But we've never ran into anybody with any trouble. But it is Lake County. So you're leaving Orange County and you're coming into Lake County. And
where everybody has a gun.
they have a gun and
Two or three.
a gun, at least 2 guns per household, and everybody either has a Chevy or a Ford. So just be prepared. Be prepared. But I still think I still think that during one of his times when he was coming down is when he probably discovered the area of Lake Buena Vista. I really do, because even when you read about that, the land he owns out, or not he, but his family now owns, there's so much of it that's rural that they haven't even developed. It's wild. It's crazy to think it's unreal. It's unreal. Um, and then I know in addition to that, we were watching some, like, to flip the script a little bit, unless you have anything else you want to say on that.
This is brought to you by spring water, what us Floridians swim in before you drink it.
Oh my God. And out there by the graveyard, where the little town is, there is the most beautiful spring. It is clear, clear water. Let me see if I can find the name of it.
Alexander Springs?
It is not Alexander Springs.
Kissimmee Springs?
No.
Pondwater Spring.
My husband's crazy.
The old mill on 40 Spring.
My husband is cuckoo. It's called Spring Lake. Yeah, it's called Spring Lake. And it actually, I don't know, but even this is like an aerial shot, guys. And I don't know if you can see that, but it is absolutely, when you go, like you can see right there, it is beautiful. And I'm wondering, is that where he got his thought process, like behind Seven Seas Lagoon even? Like, who knows? Who knows? Diving into that brilliant man's mind. Oh my God. I told y'all I'm tired tonight. Everett, if you're here, I've been trying to answer on chat, but you know how this chat does when we're on Restream. You asked me last time about some non-chain places to eat near Chuck E. Cheese in Kissimmee. So it's not exactly near Chuck E. Cheese, but my son had a really good one. It's called Pizza Bruno. That's one he really suggested that you try. And then there's 2 other ones that a lot of different people have mentioned. It's called Eat and Chips. It's a locally owned mom and pop. We've never ate there, so I can't tell you either way. And then there's one that we have passed several times that we've never tried, but I've heard really, really good reviews about it, and it's called The Dough Show. So I would recommend any 3 of those maybe for you to try and find out.
If you want to go on a road trip, you can always go up to Barry's at that place where we got the bison burger.
Yes. If you want to, that is very true. It's called BTW. It sounds a lot like BWW if you're familiar with like Buffalo Wild Wings, but it's called Burgers, Tacos, and Wings.
It's really good.
It is absolutely amazing. If you are into like drinking and things like that, they do have a whole bar section with their own like cocktails that they create, and then they also have a bakery to the other side of it. Then another cool thing that we saw that actually wouldn't be too far. Now, I don't know like chain or non-chain, and we've never been in there, but it's very close to where my son lives. It's called the Crooked Brewery. So it's this huge building in like the Mineola Claremont area that they built. Are you okay?
Here's somebody outside the camper.
Is it our baby?
Oh no.
Um, Claremont Mineola area that they built, and
Lazy Moon is at Universal.
okay, um, and it has got probably 10 different restaurants in it. Now, it's probably only about a 30-minute drive from Disney, Kissimmee area. So that might be another good one to check as well because it would give you a bunch of different options to try out. I looked it up the other day. There's like a barbecue place, there's a burger place, there's a Japanese place, there's like all kinds of different places. And then my son just suggested one more. Hold on. Pizza Moon. So that's another one you can try sort of in that area. But gives you a few ideas in a few different places. Um, I know last week we only got to go on Saturday, and go live on Saturday, which was sort of sad because we've been used to doing like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But you know, when you want to live a certain way, you have to work and things have to transpire. We were very hopeful we were going to go tonight, after I got off work, and we sort of decided, let's not. Let's just go get something to eat. And it was a good thing.
Because we ended up getting a nail and tire,
So,
and nobody wants to plug a tire or patch a tire anymore. They want to sell you a tire.
yep, that's very true. Very, very true. So hopefully maybe tomorrow because I have a work from home day tomorrow. So when I'm done with my work day, hopefully we can head that way. I am off on a paid day off on Friday, so I know for sure we'll be there then. I'm very anxious because I want to go get my Kermit pass holder magnet. I need my Kermit magnet very, very badly. My husband was supposed to go get it yesterday and he didn't.
Sorry.
But, oh well. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. So, when we were at the parks on Saturday, um, we did get a very good view of Happily Ever After for once. That was a little crazy. Almost like we were there like when it was July 4th all over again. Met some really nice people. Um, we got to ride Haunted Mansion. That was really cool. Um, we also, and they changed something in the queue. Have you guys ridden it lately and noticed that they changed something in the queue? I don't even think my husband noticed it.
What are we talking about?
So when you're in the stretching room, did you happen to look up? Have you ever looked up? Have you ever saw the hanging body?
No, I've never noticed the
Now there's two hanging bodies and they look even more real.
Okay.
I got to ride Pirates. Disney has been beelined and he filmed the parade. Did we ride anything else? Yeah, we rode 3 rides. What else was it? We rode Haunted Mansion. We rode Pirates. And we rode something else. I don't remember what it was. I have no clue. But I do know that we ran into problems with the monorail again when we were there on Saturday. So we had a lot of problems when we were there the weekend before, and then we had more problems on Saturday. But it was weather. It's that time of year. It's Florida, and it's going to be storming. It's going to happen. Give it 15 minutes. Florida's bipolar, and the weather will change. So I don't know if anybody's been following like some of the things that they're coming out with before D23 and like the true like coming out to you. I think the first thing is aired August 15th, and I saw who's hosting it, which I thought was really cool. Neil Patrick Harris is hosting D23.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it. He's like, I saw a commercial just a little bit ago, and he was on the phone with like playing like he was on the phone with his agent. And he's like, listen, I need a new gig. Like, I've hosted the Oscars, I've played a child doctor. Like, what is next? And then Mickey pops out. And he's like, never mind, I've got it. So I would be super stoked to watch that just for Neil Patrick Harris. But some of the things that are being leaked, I find are very interesting, and I think people might have an inside ear to the ground. So permits are being pulled behind Haunted Mansion. I don't know if you know or not, but if you're in the parks, you'll sort of see things going on, and there's different walls going up really quick. So it's rumored that they are going to do one of two things. They are either going to extend the queue of Haunted Mansion and make it bigger and interactive. So it's going to be an interactive queue. like almost like a clue game, like a, you know what I'm talking
It
about?
already is.
But I mean, like very interactive, like AI interactive,
Okay.
almost like an escape room is what I want to say. I think, or it's going to be a ghost themed restaurant. Now, my money is for a ghost themed restaurant any day of the week. In addition to that, there is talk that they are going to build a new resort. It's going to be a monorail resort, and it's going to connect to Adventureland. And if you think about where that construction has been going on,
Mm-hmm. Where they're getting a new roadway in.
and they expect them to announce that the monorail is going to be upgraded and extended. And we have been talking about that for a while.
Did you know from archive files that they had enough monorail track to make it down to Disney Springs?
I often wondered why it didn't go.
I
That's
often wonder
interesting.
where the track went.
And then they did release already that I want to say it's called Lakeshore Lodge. I think that's the new one that's under construction right now. It's been under construction since 2020. We learned it from the bus driver. I'm pretty sure it's called Shore Lodge. It's going to have 3 different restaurants. It is going to have, the floor has like a virtual stream running under it that you can see like under your feet. And then it's going to have top tier balconies where you are going to be able to see, it's all glass, and you are going to be able to see the entire Happily Ever After show from sitting in there. So I thought that was really cool. Um, what else have I heard? I have heard that they're going to do a redo on Tomorrowland. That's going to be the next thing that they do. And that sort of makes sense if you think about it, because Carousel Progress is already getting revamped. Space Mountain is next. I heard they're going to bring a Stitch ride back. Now, I don't think it's going to be where Alien Encounter was, because I think we've already talked to you guys about that. And they can't touch that building because there's asbestos where Alien Encounter was. But if they, what's going on?
Somebody a text.
I've got it up right here.
Well, somebody text me.
Okay. If they can't touch that building because they can't tear it down, because they would lose money because of how much cosmic rays brings in a day. So that's why there will never be anything right now that goes into where Alien Encounter used to be. So they've really been dropping some cool stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Just to see what's coming in the future. Of course, we already know Villains Land is going on. We already know Monsters Inc. Land is going on.
Somebody said something about they heard that they're putting a 4-wheel drive park over at Piston.
Oh, Piston, where the Cars thing is, where Cars Land is.
And they've heard talks about getting rid of the Grand Prix.
Oh, the little thing where you said where I learned how to drive? The Tomorrowland Speedway.
Yeah, okay.
Well, like I said, I think Tomorrowland will be the next one that gets a makeover for sure. I will say when we went on Saturday, I was super excited because we are officially Halloween at Magic Kingdom. Like, they are all out. It was absolutely phenomenal. I know they had their first Mickey's Not So Scary already. I've seen mixed reviews on it. I saw some things that people had an amazing time, and others said they felt like they were rushed and it was a rushed process. We're looking at going. We would love to be able to go soon for you guys and cover it live. I think that would be an awesome experience. I would like to do that. I would like to do the Christmas one. I would also love to do Jollywood Nights. I have read a lot of things about Jollywood Nights and how elegant it is. It makes you feel like you're back in the 1950s. So hopefully soon we'll be able to do those things for you too. And of course, ride the rides unlimited times would be pretty awesome too. I don't know how many times I could ride Muppets back to back. Maybe twice. Maybe. Because, bangs your head a lot.
Okay.
But no Slinky Dog. Do you want to know why no Slinky Dog? He loves it when I do this. Because Slinky Dog makes me go, bleh. I don't like. Isn't that crazy? I can ride Tower of Terror. I can ride Guardians of the Galaxy. I can ride Muppets. And I'm fine. Give me that stupid Slinky Dog. I'm out. Which got me thinking about something else. I'm on one of the Facebook pages. I think it's Disney Adults or something like that, something crazy like that. And one of the questions that they asked is, what is one thing that you done at Disney that you would never do again? And I was reading through it, and what did I tell you? The top one was, it was Guardians, which I couldn't believe, but it was because people said it really like made them super sick. Guardians, Muppets was one that was mentioned a lot. Tower of Terror, of course. Um, but there was one, and I was like, oh yeah, I could see it. And I cannot remember for the life of me what it was right now. But it was really interesting, some of the things that people
You know,
like said.
I couldn't sit here and think of anything I would not do again. We done
I
a
like the
we done a really cute little skit.
Voices of Truth, the American Adventure.
Well, that would be a hard, close one.
Go ahead. We did a skit about what?
Well, I mean, we even done a really cute skit about It's a Small World. But you know, I really do like It's a Small World because it's nice and air conditioned, and you can almost go sleep in there.
He would rather ride Haunted Mansion or Pirates before he would ride It's a Small World.
Oh, I would. Or Skipper Dan.
When he tells you to get out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what somebody said, Jungle Cruise, that they would never do Jungle Cruise again. How?
I love Jungle Cruise.
That's like being un-American. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It was like crazy to me. I was like, okay, if you say so. I don't know. I do not know.
I still can't think of really anything I wouldn't ride over again.
I got one. The River Journey. Avatar.
Uh,
If there was no wait, but not for the wait that we waited. Oh, do you know what one of the most least popular rides is at Magic? The Little Mermaid. Can you believe it?
okay, I could. You just told me something I wouldn't ride again.
I can't believe it. I would have picked Barnstormer, not the Little Mermaid. Because how else are you going to have PDO to attend a wedding if you don't ride the Little Mermaid? Guys, you got to figure it out. You take PDO one time to go to a wedding, and then you take PDO to another time to go to a funeral, and you ride Haunted Mansion, and then you haven't lied.
You went out of town.
Yeah, go out of town. That's simple. Which made me just think of something. So we did have a really good time on Saturday. Disney Sun got to come down with us for like, what, about the last hour and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Which was really good. The bad part about Saturday night was I did want to stay till close, and I haven't done that in a while because usually my rule is if I stay till close, it's going to be when we're staying on property so I can hop on the resort boat and not have to deal with the mass chaos of the aftermath. And we had to deal with the mass chaos of the aftermath. I think because they held the monorail, we didn't get home till almost 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason that we didn't.
We're getting old. We had to sleep in.
We didn't end up going until, didn't go at all on Sunday because Tom just got away from us. But we really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing all the Halloween merchandise. That was really cool. I think probably my favorite two things this far are the little Mickey and Minnie ghost ears. And then they had the cutest, it was like a sweatshirt, but it was really, really cute.
Monorail dog.
I can't find the monorail dog. If anybody finds the monorail dog for me, I really, really need the monorail weenie dog. I can't find it. I for sure thought that BVG at the Contemporary would have it, and they did not. Because I covered Emporium, I covered Creations, and I covered BVG. That's my top three
The
spots.
funny thing is, she hits all these stores. It's the same merchandise we just got done looking at.
I found different things at different places. The one place had the Mickey and Minnie ghost that lit up, and we didn't see that anywhere else. We found a Mickey vampire.
Yeah, we did. That's cute.
So I find different things. Don't say that. But I'm loving the pink pastel Halloween collection. I'm just going to say it. It's really, really cute. And then my son found Emporium, and I had not seen it before. But like now, it's like halfway through the Emporium because anytime you first, like the first time you're ever going to the Emporium, you think it just goes on and on and on and on. Really, what we use the Emporium for is a shortcut. It has air conditioning and it gets you from the front to past Casey's Corner. But they now have like a little haunted Don't do that. I can't hear myself like that. A haunted mansion section at the front. And I've never seen them have a lot of haunted mansion stuff before. Usually you got to go over to Everybody Must Die for that, Memento Moris. It is a haunted mansion house that opens up and it has everything on the inside of the house. It is so cute. It is like freaking adorable. I don't have a use for it, but it was cute. So I will say we had an unexpected surprise this morning. Speaking of cute. I got up early this morning because I knew that I was going to have a shadow day at a sister hospital today. So I was trying to get a jump start on some work because I know I wouldn't have my computer. So I come out here to our, ta-da, magic room. That's what I call it that. Our studio. It's our studio. As you can tell, we have excellent camping lighting. But I was going to get some work done. And what?
However, I am looking at getting us a Freightliner Sprinter van just for a mobile studio.
Yeah.
I mean, is it kind of crazy pulling a 43-foot camper and letting it be your office/studio
No.
every weekend?
No.
When we could take a smaller van and have everything in it? Save gas, diesel, should I say?
Anyways. So I got my little headphones in and I'm listening to my music and I'm working, I'm doing my emails, I'm getting everything ready. And you ever have that feeling where like somebody's just watching you? Four somebodies were watching me.
3.
4. You were with them.
Okay.
So my son and my daughter-in-law and then my little baby girl Nova had made a pit stop because they had been driving all the way from Indiana back. So we got to see her for a few minutes this morning. That's the one that wanted to know if there were doggies at Disney. So we got to see that. And I'm very upset because she has yet to say Gigi, but do you know what she did say the other day on video? Papa. But what else can I say? If you guys have any questions, let us know. We will be glad to find answers. Seek answers. I know right now they've got the Kermit magnet being picked up. It started yesterday, and there are a few little things throughout Hollywood Studios. I think there's like a special limited edition cake pop that you can get that's Kermit related. I'm hoping there's a Kermit meet and greet. Is that like silly? That would bring out like the kid in me. And if Miss Piggy was there, oh my God. That would like complete everything, right? Right? I mean, I've met Chip and Dale. I even got pictures with them. What more could you want? I don't know. Who would you want to meet?
Mr. Incredible.
Okay, they used to call him Mr. Incredible. But there's no way I'm Mrs. Incredible. I might be. What's the short little lady with the hair?
The bowl cut?
Yeah, the bowl cut. You know what I'm talking about? They got a statue of her. But all that's going on over at Hollywood Studios. So your pass holder pickup for your magnet. Make sure you have either your pass holder, like your actual annual pass, or you have it on your phone, and they're saying that you also need a photo ID. I don't think they've ever asked me for a photo ID, but we've only picked it up once. I can't really tell you a whole lot.
They just see, hey, there's Ellis.
They
Come
probably
on in.
do. They probably do. Um, Fun tip. Last Saturday, when Disney husband not only got frisked once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. Out of one of those 4 times, we actually have a follower that works at Disney with security, and he let us know that. So what's really cool now is we are by no means. I mean, I think I see one of you guys on here tonight, and it's probably sweet little Everett. Um, by no means are we like have massive followers, but it's just really cool that people are starting to recognize us.
I look at it more of just getting information out
Yeah.
to people. I'm not really concerned about the
Mm-hmm.
following or anything like that. I just want people to have a good time with their families.
Yeah.
And if I can do anything to help out, I would love to get whatever I can
Yeah.
to them.
And I think that's why we like it. It's not like that we're not making money off of this, guys. That's not why we're doing this at all. And you don't see me on here. I can't do the whole. I've watched different people do the lives. That's not me. If I don't have anything to bring you, I don't think you want to sit here with me and hear me just say, "Hey guys," you know. But it's really cool because a lot of times when you guys ask the questions, it's things that we honestly did not know, but we get to find out. So we get to go and ask questions, or we get to go experience it, and we get to tell you guys about it.
Speaking of which, Everett, this is one of the cameras that we use. It has 2 battery packs on it.
Mm-hmm.
One down here, one up there. That's one of them. This one here is the other one that we use. Of course, right now it's dismantled, but it goes up on top here. You have a display on the back as well. 2 batteries go on it. I sort of figured that if I was going to try to get good content for you all, that and show you, Disney. I want to show it to you in the best videos I can. So if anything I can do for y'all, please let me know. Right now we're working the bugs out